The chilling mystery of Gene Hackman's death. What really happened? Gene Hackman was more than just a Hollywood legend. He was a symbol of American cinema, a man whose presence on screen demanded attention, whose performances in The French Connection, Unforgiven, and The Conversation left an unforgettable mark on film history. He was a two-time Academy Award winner, a towering figure who had seemingly walked away from fame, choosing to live out his days in peaceful seclusion with his wife, Betsy Arakawa, in the quiet desert town of Santa Fe, New Mexico. But on February 26, 2025, Gene Hackman's life ended in mystery. He and his wife were found dead inside their home, a case that at first seemed like nothing more than a tragic end to an aging couple's life together. But as the details emerged, questions began to pile up. Why did Hackman's pacemaker show he had died 9 days earlier? Why was one of their dogs found dead in a closet, while the other two survived? Why did the maintenance worker's 911 call contradict itself? And why didn't Betsy Arakawa, who seemingly outlived her husband, ever call for help? Was this just an unfortunate series of medical emergencies? Or was something else at play? Tonight, we dive into the unsettling case that has baffled investigators, fueled conspiracy theories, and left Hollywood mourning the loss of a legend. A grim discovery. It all began when a maintenance worker was performing a routine check on the Hackman residence. At first, nothing seemed unusual, but as he approached the front door, he saw something that made his stomach drop. The door was wide open. A sense of unease crept over him. He knocked, no answer. He called out. Silence. Slowly, he stepped inside. And there, in the foyer, was Gene Hackman's lifeless body. Just a few feet away in the bathroom, he saw Betsy Arakawa, also dead. But then, in a closet near the bathroom, something even more unsettling. A dog, dead, locked inside. And yet, in another part of the house, 2 other dogs were alive. Something wasn't right. The 911 call that raised questions shaken, the maintenance worker immediately dialed 911. But his call would later become one of the first red flags in this case. At first, he told the dispatcher that 1 person was dead. Then, moments later, he corrected himself. No, 2 people. Both are dead. Was this just a mistake from shock? Or was there something more to it? The shocking timeline. As investigators arrived, they made a disturbing discovery. Gene Hackman's pacemaker had stopped working on February 17, 2025. Yet his body was not found until February 26th, 9 days later. That meant he had been dead for over a week before anyone knew. But here's where things get eerie. If Hackman died on February 17th, when did Betsy die? Had she been alive for days alone in the house with her husband's lifeless body nearby? If so, why didn't she call for help? The house's landline was operational. Both she and Hackman had cell phones with battery power remaining. And yet, there was no call to 911. Why? The strange clues inside the home, investigators began piecing together the events leading up to the couple's deaths. Inside the bathroom, near Betsy's body, they found prescription medications scattered across the floor. The pills included thyroid medication, blood pressure medication, painkillers. Did Betsy have a medical emergency while trying to help Hackman? Or was she trying to save herself? Investigators quickly ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning. There were no gas leaks, no environmental toxins, nothing in the air that could explain their deaths. But then there was the dog, locked in a closet, deceased. Why was one dog trapped while 2 others were free? Was it an accident, or was someone trying to hide something? The leading theories. With no clear explanation, investigators began exploring several disturbing possibilities. Theory 1. A double medical tragedy. One plausible explanation is that Hackman, at 95 years old, suffered a fatal cardiac arrest and collapsed in the foyer. Betsy, panicking, may have rushed to get his medication from the bathroom. But in the process, she may have suffered a medical episode of her own, possibly a stroke or heart attack, and collapsed before she could call for help. The scattered medications around her body seem to support this idea, but that still doesn't explain the dog in the closet. Theory 2. A hidden intruder? Some believe the lack of forced entry is misleading. Could someone have been inside the house, hidden, waiting? Was there an unseen force at play? Could the dog have witnessed something it wasn't supposed to? Could someone have trapped the dog in the closet deliberately? If so, why leave the other two dogs alive? Authorities, however, found no evidence of an intruder, but that hasn't stopped people from questioning the truth. Theory 3. The delayed fatal incident. Another theory suggests that Hackman fell and was injured on February 17th, but wasn't immediately dead. Betsy, unable to lift him, may have tried to care for him for days before succumbing to dehydration, stress, or a medical episode of her own. This could explain why she never called 911, because she believed he might recover. But this still doesn't explain the dead dog, and it doesn't explain why no one checked on them for days. The final mystery. What really happened? Gene Hackman's official autopsy confirmed he died of cardiac arrest. Betsy's results? Inconclusive. Her cause of death was undetermined. For now, this case remains a chilling mystery. Not officially an accident. Not officially a homicide. Just unexplained. What do you think happened? Was this just a tragic end for an aging couple? Or is there a missing piece to the puzzle? The world may never know the full truth. But one thing is certain. Gene Hackman's final role may be the most mysterious one yet. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.